Hi everyone, how are you all doing today? My name is Quincy, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. My channel basically is just skincare and makeup, and why I've been off for so long is because my skin needed some help. And essentially how this all started was that I just felt really bad that, YouTube is like my second hobby, and I just felt really behind not doing enough for this channel, and I just really wanted to try my best. So I tried to review as many products as I could, but obviously that wasn't a good idea because then I broke out in closed comedones and I had a whole comedone rash. And if you guys don't know what closed comedones are, basically they're just kind of like epithelial cells that get stuck in the skin and they kind of surface, but they don't create a head just because there's no bacteria or any kind of like inflammation with it, so it creates no whiteheads or blackheads. It just was there, and my face was all filled. Like I can show you a photo somewhere, and I just broke out in closed comedones. And yeah, it was just a bunch of products which led to that result. So I was stressed out. I was feeling like, hey, I'm behind. I have eczema, I have an ear infection, now I have closed comedones. Like, this is the worst year of my life. Like, it was so hard. I'm honestly saying that for the few weeks I had to keep it down at bay, it was just really difficult. But overall, I had to go to my derm, and hopefully I can share some tips that if you have a derm, it's a privilege to go to. If you guys don't have a derm, hopefully these tips I am sharing is good enough for you to learn, and hopefully if anyone can get these products, do try it. It did help me with my closed comedones, and it really did help me get back to my skin how it is now. Not to say it's far from perfect. I don't think I have perfect skin, but I think it's manageable now. So yeah, let me explain what I did to help with my ear infection and my eczema. Obviously with eczema, I have my topical steroids. Matter of fact, with eczema, you just need it, it helps. Also with that, I had hydrocortisone, which helps my eczema as well. Typically, you just want to keep your hands not too moist, not too dry. Too moist, it becomes like itchy and stuff, and too dry, it's just itchy. It's really hard to find that balance, but that's what I did to help my eczema. With my ear, I had to just ice it and put Vaseline on and just not itch it. It was so hard when it was scabbing a lot because it was infected. It was so inflamed. But now I appreciate my ears, and whenever you dye your hair and you're just very sensitive towards dye, please put some Vaseline around. It does help block hydroperoxide. And yeah, but moving on to tretinoin and the whole plan. So essentially I stripped off everything, even my toner I had to throw away, or at least give to my other friends, because I just couldn't use it anymore. It was an occlusive. So what my dermatologist told me is that the best thing you can do is just remove all occlusives, because closed comedones, they are just basically bacteria or skin that's stuck. It's dead skin cells that are stuck into your cells, right? So you just want to stop things that are keeping it kind of like a layer of moisture towards your skin, and you really want to make sure you can just kill it within. So with tretinoin, it's basically a retinoid. It's a topical steroid that kind of helps with, usually with surface wrinkles and help with cell turnover. And cell turnover essentially is just creating more cell growth towards your skin, so it kind of slows off the dead skin cells off. So that was the plan for tretinoin, that for killing closed comedones, you just want to make sure that the dead skin cells are kind of killed over by the new skin cells by going inside and pushing the dead skin cells out. So that's kind of what I hoped for. I was really scared with tretinoin. I did a lot of research before I took it on. I was on 0.025, and I think I'm moving up to 1% soon, just because I'm getting used to it now. For the 6 months I've logged, or at least now the 5 months in, I was on a 6-month plan. I'm on my 5-month plan actually, but I've noticed throughout the weeks it was definitely, I had some purging moments, and purging is a bit scary, I know, but you have to be consistent with tret. You just can't stop, or any kind of retinol, you just don't want to stop. If you stop, you're just not having the efficacy of the product and what it does. So what tret did for me was essentially it just pushed out the closed comedones into heads, and to have them acne heads, that means it's easy to remove after. So, and for my derm, she recommended that, just think to yourself, what does your skin need that's so basic and essentials? And I definitely now follow that virtue. So usually my morning routine consists of serums, ampoules, and SPF, and it's just a lot. But now I kind of watered it down now. So I went back, and there's no shame, I think, and I think as a YouTuber who does skin reviews, there's no shame in understanding that what you've done is wrong. There's always lessons to learn and grow. And with skin, some people do have the best opportunity with different skin types and regimes. I'm just recommending what I think worked best for me, and hopefully for other people who really want a simplified skincare routine, you can try these out too. I really do hope that anyone who's starting tret or doesn't know about it, just be diligent and research, but also be patient with it. It's not a one-time use where you see results. It takes a long time, and those who are committed, the studies show that they actually notice their skin and wrinkles disappear. So there's a lot of scientific journals with tretinoin, and it's been proven with dermatologists that it's a really good recommendation for skin types, especially with acne. So what I do is I just wake up in the morning and I just splash my face with warm water and then cold water. And then what I do is I use the Neutrogena Moisture Oil Free. The plan with my dermatologist is that we had to make sure that everything in my routine didn't have a humectant or an occlusive, because again, those grab and gravitate moisture. With closed comedones, you don't want to give them any moisture, but you still need to keep your skin moisturized. It's very hard to kind of create that balance, but you really do want to have the balance with it, and I swear it did help. So what I did was I used the Neutrogena Moisture Oil Free. It won't clog pores, you know, it's hypoallergenic, it's fragrance free, alcohol free, and it contains no drying alcohols, so it kind of kept my face moisturized, and I think it has a bit of zinc properties, which helps with acne inflammation. And then on top of that too, what I used was the Biore Essence SPF 50, and that just helped with the SPF over the day. And then from there on, I had no makeup and anything else. So with Tret and my whole plan, and I'm still on it, there is essentially no makeup, no tinted moisturizer, nothing. You just want to keep a bare face for the closed comedones. Now that I have less closed comedones, I'm confident enough to put some makeup on, but obviously I'm not leaving it on for like hours and hours. I just take it off the minute I can. And that's pretty much it for the morning. And then for nighttime, it's a bit more lucrative, it's a bit more cumbersome, but it's still very simple. For my evening skincare routine, it does include Tret, and I was on every other day. So I was on the Tuesday and Thursday because I was scared when I first started that you don't want to be introduced too quickly, just because it could cause purging in like a crazy amount of days, that I didn't really want to have a huge amount of purging. I wanted to make sure I could do it nice and slow and easy. And I did have phases of purging where I had acne just come out of nowhere. But I did it in a very small phase of every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I had it every other day. And I didn't do the Monday, Wednesday, Sunday just because it was a bit much for me. I think I had to really slow down, especially with a sensitive skin like myself. Just be very mindful that you had to take a lot of patience. So every other day I did it, and essentially what happened is I used the Vichy Novoderm cleanser, which has salicylic acid, and that helped with kind of like slowing up the dead skin cells from the Tret, but also cleaning up the closed comedones. So usually I like a toner that has a gel toner-like substance because it's so moisturizing and nourishing, but that was just out of the picture. I just had to really just go simple, and even just not even using toner in a sense. I had to use Bioderma micellar water, so to help with just removing dead skin cells again. That's the whole process, and the plan was just really killing the acne within. I just had to use the Bioderma, and I just got a cotton pad, and I just kind of like splashed it on and just exfoliated the face. It's kind of like a toner with like a cotton pad. So yeah, I've just been trusting Bioderma. I've always used it for makeup remover, but now I use it as a toner kind of base to just help remove off the dead skin cells and exfoliate my face a bit. And you know, for exfoliation, let me just be honest here, anything you do to touch your face that has movement, it's exfoliating. Like anything you do like this is exfoliating. So yes, with cotton and Bioderma and whatever, you are exfoliating your face a bit, even though it's not like a lot like an acid or a physical exfoliate, it's still exfoliating nevertheless. And then from next one was CeraVe's Moisturizing Lotion, and this one has ceramides and hyaluronic acid. So again, it's not too drying and it's not comedogenic and non-irritating. So essentially what I used from there was that it just helped overall with the moisture properties. And then I let that sit for a bit, so I kind of mixed it with Tret. You should kind of wait. So typically with Tret, you would wait for a while and then you would put Tret, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting a huge purge, so I kind of made it to the point where my lotion was semi kind of dry on my face, and then I added the Tret. There's a whole subreddit with retinoids and tretinoin, but essentially with Tret, you should wait until the moisturizer is drying and then you put the Tret on, so it has a better effectiveness. But with someone like myself and who's very nervous with purging and didn't really want to have like a full phase of acne coming out, so therefore my Tret can kind of slowly be merged in with my skin versus just being fully onto my skin. And yeah, that's pretty much my routine. So additionally, on top of that too, with my skincare routine, I did notice that a lot of my stuff was also with gut health. I noticed that things I've made where they're more nutritional or fermented or preserved had more nutrition properties with my skin, and I really cut out a lot of fried foods. I've eaten more boiled, steamed. I know it's so bland, but I really did eat a lot of bland shit. But it helped a lot, and I noticed that a lot of healthier foods and fermented foods helped a lot with my stomach. I also had different probiotics which helped my gut health, and I really think it reflected a lot of my skincare and my skin. So yeah. Ultimately, I hope that helps with your skincare journey and those with facing closed comedones or starting tret. The journey wasn't easy. My biggest fear was definitely purging. I think I was so scared of what my skin would look like if I had a lot of purging. But working with a dermatologist and working with people who do the research in our skincare and tretinoin really helped me out a lot. And I'm only sharing my knowledge that helped me, and I hope it helps you guys. Who's to say that this skincare routine doesn't work the next month? I will always share a video and update you guys my skincare routine and what worked and what didn't work. Again, with someone with very, very super sensitive skin and has eczema on like 24/7, I understand the desperation with skin and getting your skin fixed. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are all safe and well. And if you guys could, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all soon.